Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another stream on the twitch.tv/Quincy channel. Wow. Hello. welcome. My name is Q. Today it is the 17th of July, and we are going to stream. I have some cool new music, as you can hear, but I'm wondering if it's too loud. I think it's too loud, so let me fix that. This is Jubilife City, and it's pretty epic. %30 is pretty good, I think. All right. Yes. So welcome. It is Monday evening here in the Netherlands. It is 6 o'clock, 5 minutes before 7 o'clock, and today we're gonna do a little mini stream. We're gonna learn how to do Touch Designer. It's a program where you can create cool visuals by using certain certain audio or algorithms or things. So that's pretty epic. That's pretty cool. We're gonna do that. I'm right in the middle of the installment, and we're gonna do it. Oh yeah. I hope everyone is having a good and awesome day today. I am definitely. I've done some cool streaming stuff today to improve the streams. So yeah, it's going pretty well. I'm really excited to work on this. On this Touch Designer thing. I wanted to get into it for a bit now because a friend of mine, Bas, has shown me some of his cool work, and it inspired me to also work on something like that. That would be really cool. Maybe I can use it for the stream as well. It would be really cool, I think. So yes, we're gonna do that. Everyone is doing all right. Let's do a screenshot of the stream as well for now. So I'm gonna do like, where are my glasses actually? Oh. Where are the Q glasses? I don't remember. Maybe my bag? Let me check. No glasses in the bag. I wonder where they are. I feel like last time I used them was in the stream. All right. Oh wait, this is a copyrighted song. Oh! All right. Here we go. That's better. So yeah. I don't know where my sunglasses are. I want to find them. They cost me some money. All right. Well, let's get into it. Let's see. If I do this screen, yeah, this screen. All right. It's a bit tiny, but I can try to make it work. Let's see. Create, disable, install, enter key if you already have a key installed. I don't have a key. What if I just all right, we can't do that. Touch Designer, Touch Player, I think it's called. All right. Touch Designer it's called, right? Oh yeah, we should get Touch Designer, not Touch Player. Ooh. This one needs to go. All right, so let's see. Not registered reds. Do I need an account? Let's see. I think I have to become a member. Entitle you to download tools, get software keys, and participate forum. Please fill out our fields. A valid email is required to receive DocuSign keys. Okay. All right. Let's create an account then. I'll be quickly switching off. Hide game. Hide game. Nice. All right. I'm gonna make a quick account. So don't worry. Okay. So yeah, early stream. I'm planning to stream for an hour and a half. So it's gonna be a quick stream, not so big. Send a newsletter. No, create an account. All right. Okay. A user has been created. Thank you. Activate your account by the email address. Okay. So we have to go to my email inbox, login. Yeah. All right. There we go. I have to click on this link and activate my account. And I think then we're ready to go. Password, first address. Okay. So if I now do this and then password is this, sign in. Non-commercial, 10 remaining. Aha. Update until 1 year from now. Okay. Create a non-commercial key with updates until 1 year from now. Okay, create a key. Awesome. Show game. Show game. Yes, awesome. All right, we're in here. The key was successfully installed and feature are now enabled. Hooray! So now I can get off this and wow, here we go. All right, so this is a standard project, it seems like. So this is how it looks. There's a timeline on the bottom that is going infinitely right now. It loops. I can pause it. I can play it. I can even rewind it if I want to. That's cool. I've watched a couple of videos of this that got recommended. So that's pretty cool. This is the output. So if we play, we can see that there is this output going on. Cool. All right, nice. This is the image. I wonder if we can change the image to something else. Like, for example... Oh, wow, there are a lot of examples that we can touch from, that we can look for. So what if we are going to find our own? I have some images maybe. Art. This is some art, but what if we are going to do... Is there a meme? That's a meme. Schedule screenshots. Tuna videos, wallpapers. Ah, wallpapers is a good one. So... Oh, this one. Yes. Blue one. This one. Okay, cool. Oh gosh. What did I do? All right. Warning. Resolution limit to max. Okay. Oh yeah, that's fine. So D is making it so that it's on the full screen. So that's pretty cool. But actually, we want this to be... Aha. There we go. Okay. We're getting somewhere. This is a cool image. This is a 3D version of it with a cube in the middle. That's pretty epic. All right, nice. Now, what does this do? Noise. Interesting. On. What kind of noise is this going to do? RG? RGB? Legacy? Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, let me go to the tutorial guy. I'm gonna turn off the music. And let's listen to what this guy is saying.
Closes, and you're only running. We have 4 menus here. About the file menu and the dialog, the preferences, and also the help. I'm gonna make other videos about.
Okay.
So
there's a help.
Yeah, but yeah, these are pretty straightforward.
And
we have free links to the wiki, forum, and tutorials page of the Derivative CA website.
Cool.
We have a kind of on and off button, or cooking on off button. And this just means when we turn this off, nothing is processed in our project. So
on off button.
Yeah, quite straightforward as well.
Oh, there's a tutorial button as well. Wait, what? Tutorials. Okay. So this is just a tutorial. Okay, cool. Nice.
Also, we have this FPS here. So this is just telling us and what kind of frame rate our project is currently running.
Oh, so the noise is going. Okay.
Yeah, I usually just use 60 FPS. This little button here, and we hover over it, like over any kind of button here, except for these. We get like the name of what it is.
Okay. All right. So let's see. We have perform mode. Oh wow, that's just a.
This.
Okay.
When
Interesting. So how do I get out of perform mode? Oh no, I'm stuck in perform mode.
Click on this, or I can also press F1. So if I do that, the project kind of runs. So
the project runs.
The network completely closed the program. So just press escape to.
Okay, press escape. There we go. Good, very good. All right, so this is the noise. Okay. Okay, so. Okay, this is the seed. Interesting. This is the period. So, okay, here we can tweak certain settings. So this is making it go all crazy. If the seed is 0, then don't know exactly what the seed does. Let's keep it at 1. Okay. This is a slow-mo. That's cool. Harmonics. What does harmonic do? If I add 10 harmonic. Or 1 harmonic. I think harmonic is like how smooth it goes, maybe? Oh, harmonic is making it go, like normalizing it to the middle-ish? Because if I do 0, then it goes all the way up, all the way down. Roughness. If the roughness is super high, then it goes like. Okay. Interesting. Exponent. Oh, wow. Whoa. Wee. This is really cool. Amplitude. And there's an offset as well. Okay, that's cool. Little chart. That's awesome. Okay. What is this? Open palettes. Oh, those are the palettes on the left. I see. We have a pane as well. Okay, let's keep it like this. And we have lots of things here, it seems like. Info suggestions. Transform. What if we do 500? Oh. Okay. The noise rotation doesn't really matter. It seems like it's. Speed. Okay, this is probably how fast it goes. Step side. don't think that is important. Okay, let's go back to the tutorial.
Go back. We're going to talk about that later as well. So then if we click on this weird little symbol here, the palette opens, and the palette is just a list or like a folder system of pre-made components. So reusable,
pre-made
like
components
tools and stuff like that. So we can just drag and drop anything of that in here, and also then have a look at how that's done.
Oh wow!
So you have like a lot of pre-made image filters and stuff like that already in here. And also there's this My Components section here, so you can add your own components. You can make kind of like a folder or like a group of operators, and then you can put them here for later use.
Okay.
All right, so then we have the section here.
Okay, that's important because I want to use a song that a friend of mine, Thijs, made. Let's see, stream SFX. Oh, did I already download it? Oh, it seems like I already downloaded it. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So if I go to My Components. Oh, there is no My Components. Huh? Or did it go to add folder? Audio? Done. Okay. Okay, and can I then import? Can I import something now then? Let's see. Melodic. Okay. What did it say about it?
Here you call paint operators, and then you get your own component here. And also there's this My Components section here, so you can add your own components. You can make kind of like a folder, like a group of operators, and then you can put them here for later use. All right, so then we have this section here called pane layout and these weird rectangles here. So what this means, this whole area with the network inside and this navigation bar up here, it's called a pane, and we can make several of this or split these into panes. So I can, for example, click on this. And
okay, I understand that.
I'm now going to talk a bit about the navigation system.
These
darker, bigger ones are components, and you can zoom into them. And when you start a new project, so before I do that, you can use your left mouse to drag and drop around, and you can use your mouse wheel to go in and out of these containers. So there's always at the beginning.
So there is something going on in here or something? Oh wait, no, going on in here? I don't know how it's doing that. Oh wow! Oh, project 1. That is the perform. This is project 1. And if we zoom into it, we go inside it. Oh, wow. That's cool. Okay.
Beginning, there's this project 1 main container at the root. So right now we're at the so-called root, or at home. So I can't like zoom out any further here. You can also always get here. If I'm here, you can always click on the home to get back here. We don't need to talk about these for now.
Okay.
If I, like, you can see this is called project 1. If I now dive into here, you can now see we're now container.
Okay.
If I press U, you go one layer up, and if I press I, you go into the selected container.
Okay, U and I. So if I go U, I go back, and if I go I go inside, and if I don't select it, then there's, if I select this, for example, I is nothing, U is back, I is inside. Okay, makes sense.
And also there is this, which looks, this square. If you click on that, the current layer that you're in is going to be output.
It's
here.
going to be, okay.
And
Understand.
also, like one last thing for the navigation, you also have this bookmark, little bookmark symbol here. So you can bookmark this page, and if I'm like deep inside several layers, I can just...
You can go back. Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna dive deeper into the whole operator system, but just very briefly. As I said, you can like drag and drop around with the left mouse, zoom in and out with the mouse wheel. You can also right-click anywhere to get a general right-click menu, and also you can right-click in any operator. And if you have an operator selected, you can see up here there's this menu, this parameter kind of section, and that changes according to whatever operator you have selected. So on this section here, you have like the type, the name is also here. So if you have that turned on, only the parameters that you've changed, if I change this, only the changed ones are going to appear here. And then you also have like this help and Python help. So if you click on this, you're going to be directed to the wiki of this specific operator. And the same with the Python. All right, then we have this timeline section down here. I'm not going to talk about that too much because it gets a bit complicated or confusing in the beginning. It still is to me sometimes. So just generally speaking, for every comp, or for every layer technically that you have, you can technically have a different timeline, or a specific timeline. Usually when you start it, it's always set to like 600. The start and end just says whatever frame, like it's...
Okay, I understand. Let's go to... I don't know what TOPs are. Interesting. Let's go to the next one, operator families.
To understand that what you're working with in Touch Designer is all just data, whether it be image data, or like pixel data, texture data, audio data, so like channel data, or anything like that. So it's all really data in the end. It's all, when it really comes down to it, it's all just zeros and ones, and really go to the core. So it's really important to understand that, and Touch Designer makes great use of that. So we have different so-called add a new operator, and to have a look at the different families and their operators that there are. Then we have a few different options. So we can access this menu, in 4 ways. One is by clicking this plus button, and the other one is by right-clicking anywhere and then saying add operator. But I would recommend either using the tab, so the 2 arrows on your keyboard, or just double clicking with your left mouse. Tab
is allowing me to grab it. Okay, so I can add certain things. Data operator, JSON MIDI. Okay. MAT, custom, SOP, SOP. And how do I add an audio then? Oh, audio device. Audio file. Audio file in. Okay. Okay. Ha! Let's go to my audio file, this one. Okay. Well, it's going all crazy mode. Can I listen to it? Can I listen to it? Oh, okay. Okay. Start. How can I listen to it is the question. Loop 1 speeds. If I go inside here, no. Play. Okay. Play sequential cue off on. Okay. Fade in. Oh, I only have an in, not an out. Ah, okay. So what if I place this here and I connect this to there? How do I connect something? Right click? Shift click? Lock, bypass, clone, viewer. Okay. I want to dock to. Oh, I don't know what I did. Okay. Oh, I did something. Okay. Okay, so can I enable this and disable? Okay, that's everything. Interesting. Okay.
Right. All right. So when you open this dialog, so-called OP, so operator create dialog, you can see it as all this huge list of operators.
Yeah.
We have the tops, and these names are a bit weird in the beginning, like top, chop, stop. But it's fine. You're gonna get used to it. These are just abbreviations. So top stands for texture operators.
Okay.
And these are the violet ones. So texture operators deal with all kinds of 2D imagery, anything that's got to do with like pixels. So you can input video and image files. You can process that and change those files. You can create 2D shapes like circles, rectangles, and those kind of shapes. And you can output 2D imagery as well. So like kind of export videos or images. You can also
Textures.
You also have the CHOP family. So CHOP stands for channel operators, and channel operators deal with all kinds of data and signals. So I mean, as I just said in the beginning, they're all dealing with data in a way, but these are like dealing with like signals. So you have things like if you're looking for anything that's got to do with audio, it's in CHOP. So CHOPs are using audio channels or like dealing with audio channels. You have things like creating a random number with noise, for example. So this is like a channel and using an algorithm to create that.
Yeah.
You have things
Noise
like
is random.
That just goes that's just based on a sine wave. And you you can input things like MIDI controllers. You can input a Kinect, a Leap Motion, and other anything like other devices that use channel data that kind of output you like positions and numbers and stuff like that. So all of that is mostly going to CHOPs, and also that's we'll talk about that in a second. All right, so these are like the green. This is it's got to do with 3D geometry. So these are for creating things like a sphere in 3D that we can interact with, or like a box that we can also interact with, and anything that's got to do with 3D geometry, primitives, and all that kind of
that's
stuff.
SOP.
Stops. Yeah. So I don't think I need to say much more here. We also have mats, which stands for materials. So if we have like a box and we want to put like an image on that box, or like just a color, or if we want to shape a sphere or something, then we can use mats to do so. We can use materials to put an image, a color, or a shader onto any kind of 3D geometry. The next one is DATs. This is red family, and DATs are dealing with all kinds of plain text. So you have like they're kind of called the data family, but they're also
plain
like,
text.
they're also dealing with data like CHOPs are, but in a different way. So you can also input things like a CSV file, and that's going to be in the DAT.
Okay.
Last but not least, we have the comms, and they're a bit different than the others because what makes them different mostly is that they can hold other families or also other components. So comms stands for components. And also there are inside components. There are different types of components. So we have components that deal with 3D objects. So if we want to convert, what I was talking about, if we want to like kind of convert 3D geometry to 2D imagery. So if we want to render something, then we're going to need components like a camera, like a light, and a geometry.
Okay, got it. So, I want to create something. I want to add a component. Oh, another comment. Hello, this is my first project. Okay, cool. Add operator maybe. Add operator. And I want to add an audio device out. And device should be system. Let's lower it. Okay. Now I need... Not enough source specified. Oh. Add or if missing. Okay. Output, front left, right. Okay. Now we just need to connect this to that. Right? So I have to select outputs. Select output. Info, view, change, undock, force, cut, copy. Okay, what does this do? Export, display, view active. How does one connect a dock to another? How do we add these lines? Inputs. Oh. Okay. Expand. Common. Parameter chop. Okay. Okay. It's going to probably explain to me.
And some other things there. And we also have so-called panels. So these are mainly for building interfaces and outputting.
Showing it here. Connections.
Okay. You can't connect one, like as you can see here, these are two different families. You can convert from one to the other, but you can't connect from like one with the other. So I can't just take this operator, which is a top, and connect it to here. It's just going to close its entrance there. So this is the top, this is the top, and I can't just connect those because it's a different data format. So what I can do is convert them from one to the other. So this doesn't work on every family, but for example, if you have a chop, you can easily convert it to a top, as you can see here. So here we just have a noise chop, which is creating these pseudo-random numbers between 0 and 1, and we're just converting those into a grayscale format. So here we have them like represented. What we have here as just a number, here we have it represented as actual like pixel data, right? Grayscale. All right. So next one we're going to look at what's important about operator families is that you can't connect one, like as you can see here, these are two different families. You can convert.
Okay, so Ah, okay. Can I connect it like here? Does this work? Oh. Okay. Okay. Let's listen to the sound of... Okay. So if you... This is the song that I could use from Thijs. I think if I do this, is it going to work? Oh, wait. Let me check. Did I forget? Did I forget to... Oh, wait. No, I didn't forget. It is this button. Yes. All right. This song is made by Thijs. Okay, so this is the song. Now, how does this work here? That's the question. Okay, I want to remove this, I think. Disconnect. Yes. All right. We have music. We have music. Woo. Okay, now this is gonna be cool. I want this noise thing. How do I add this one? I want this to be also in a Chopto tab. Chopto. What is a Chopto? Oh, that's probably the file name. It is called Chop. Okay. Chop. Chop is in the purple one. Yes, this one. Okay, cool. Now, what we need to do... This is noise song. Or can we... Yeah, noise song, sure. Envelop path not to noise song reference by parameter project chop 2. Okay, apparently we're gonna call it chop 2. Okay. Okay. Oh, noise 1. Oh, okay. Okay. I got it. So I have to rename this to melodic. Then we are going to do this. We're gonna say, hey, that one. Is that how that works? I don't know if that works. Melodic. Yes. Okay. So now play. Okay, it does something. It does something. So if I change this to legacy, now go. Okay, cool. Really cool. Now we put this in here. Oh gosh. And we're gonna... Oh, and this one doesn't exist anymore. Okay. Okay, here we go. Nice. Look at this. Look at this. It's tripping, bro. It's tripping. All right, we have to normalize this. This is not good. Okay, this is the volume. Oh, this is amazing. Okay. Okay, I'm getting it. So add operator, we want to have a SOP, and we want a box, probably. Or a line. Let's see. Where can we add something like that? Oh, box, here. Okay, box. Is this 3D or is this 2D? Okay. box. Okay. What if I go put it here? Okay. This one can go away. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is, but it can go away in here. Ah, it can't go there. Maybe because this is... Oh. Uh-oh. I want to get rid of this. Oh, I can't do that apparently. Okay, the box is not... It does not like that it is a box. What if I add... What is this? This is called a... This is a geometry. Geometry. Okay, let's add a geometry. Add geometry. Where is geometry? Maybe in here? The G for geometry. Maybe here, geometry. Okay. There we go. Okay, interesting. Okay, we can't add this apparently. That's okay. Maybe we can... No. Okay. Well, it's moving. It's moving. All right, let's go back and see what how the guy showed
from one to the other,
a box.
but you can't connect from like one with the other, so I can't, and that's you get two. That's info about the shader with it.
Oh, that's data.
Actually type the shader, and one is.
Then you can write code.
Drop X like also in on a sphere.
A sphere.
LFO. That just goes. That's just based on a sign.
Oh yeah.
Anything, that's which we can actually interact with. Anything that's got to do with 3D geometry. So these are for creating things like a sphere in 3D, which we can actually interact with.
Okay. Okay. All right. Can we have a normalizer maybe, or something to that? Job, bind, blend, clock, constant, DMX envelope. File in handle hog. Normalize, the N for normalize, null noise. Oh, maybe it's something in here. Cue points? No, I don't think so. Switch. What does a switch do? Okay.
With or like a box that we can.
Oh yeah. What if we add the box again? Box. Okay, this is the box. Okay, that's how you interact with it. Okay. How can I connect this to that? That's the question. Well, maybe I need the displays first. Displays. That's the D for displays. Okay. Okay. Audio, output, noise, job 2, displays. Okay. Disconnect. Okay. And then put this on there. Why do you not work? Why does that not work? Geo operator. Geometry it's called, right? It's geometry, yeah. Okay, operator add geometry. Okay. But this also doesn't work. This is an error. What is the error? Not enough sources specified. Oh yeah. Okay. 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 Can I add this to there? No? Okay, I want to like get like a filter or something. And the out can also work for this, I guess. This is crazy. This is really cool though. Okay, why can this work? What is the reason why this works? Displays to geo. Oh, wow. Oh, wait. Oh, we haven't. Okay. Oh, this is going in deep. Oh. So it is actually connected to an in. Ah. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So we need an in here as well. In. That one is connected to it. Okay. Yes. Awesome. Okay, we're getting there. Pong. And that goes out. Aha, okay. We need an out here as well. Out. And then it goes in here, goes there. And then, okay. Oh no. Ah. Disconnect, but then connect this and then. Okay. Nice. Okay, how do I make this work? I don't know. How can we connect this to that? Just like they are doing here. What kind of joint is this? This is a parameter param with color map. And here I can add a parameter. Huh. Add label in common. I don't really know. Texture and box. Interesting. Okay. Let's go back to the YouTube tutorial.
And anything that's got to do with 3D geometry, primitives and all that kind of stuff. Creating these pseudo-random numbers between 0 and 1, and we're just converting those into a grayscale format. So here we have them like represented. What we have here as just a number, here we have it represented as actual like pixel data, right? Grayscale data. All right. So next one we're going to look at operators more closely. That's it for the operator.
Let's go to the operators tutorial.
So what you have here with with every operator is that you have this have this parameter page up here,
Yes.
which you can toggle and turn on off with P. And you always have like the corresponding values on here. So if I change something on here, you can instantly see the image changing as well, or whatever content you have, depending on the type of family.
Ah.
So
Okay. Let me get another noise. I'm curious about getting another noise. Let's see. Noise. Noise is in the here. Okay. Okay.
so, what you can also do.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I can change the seed, periods, harmonic. Oh, that's like how detailed it is, kind of. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, that's super epic. Oh, wow. Okay. That's so cool. Can I get this in here? Okay. Ha! Ha! How do you oh yeah, that's how you do an output. I remember. So if I do this and I say outputs, wait, here, no, chop 2, but I want, use inputs, quarter, half, use inputs, no, I use inputs, okay, outputs, no, noise, type, simplex, random, 4D, 3D, okay. I want this to no, I can't do that. It needs to have this, like how do I, okay, well, let's see.
I'm gonna explain it in a second.
Probably gonna
So,
explain it.
You also always have these buttons here and these buttons down here. So what you can do is you can check, like this is called the viewer, so like the part in here. So this is, in this case, it's an image. I'm gonna drop different noises of different families so we can have different examples. And we're gonna need something that it's based on. You don't need to do this right now. It's okay. So we now have this noise that's fast. And we now have always have like this viewer, as you can see, and we always have these colored buttons that also, as you can see, they're changing depending on what type of family we have. So we now have a stop, a top, and a chop here, and we always have these. So what they mean is, so as I just said, this is the viewer, and here you can turn that off. So you can when you turn off the viewer, you can see it changes from the image or the visualization of the contents of the operator to a free numbered abbreviation of the type of operator that it is. So this is a grid. I can change the name. It's always going to say GRD, and this is a noise, so it's always going to say NOY.
Okay.
So I can turn this on and off. And for stops, this actually makes quite a lot of sense, because otherwise it needs to render all of these, because you can see them here, so they need to be rendered. So let's do this actually. This I've never really using, and this is not important for beginners. Before I explain this, there's also this this lock here. If you click on that, the current frame is going to be locked. So if I connect something else here, then that is also taking this locked image. But if this was still moving,
okay, makes sense.
This wouldn't be affected, because generally, and this is quite important actually, the flow of data is always going from left to right. So left, each of the operators has an operator input on the left, or not all of them have inputs, most of them have inputs, and all of them have outputs, and then you can connect them to each other.
Makes sense.
All right, edge here, for example.
Yeah, connecting operators, that's what I need to know.
Make this bigger. So when I just drop that, I can now left click on here and just drag this over there, and connect it, as you can see. There's also an easier way. You can just right click on this output here and drop in an edge, then, or any kind of operator. Yeah, so cool. We might want to add another operator inside of here. So there's you do that by right clicking. So if I hover over this connection, you can see it gets yellow. So and I can right click on this, and there's two options here to add or insert an operator. So if I click on add, I just add a blur here, for example. Added this to here, but it didn't like connect to there. So to do this, let's actually click on insert operator.
Okay.
And next one, so we inserted it in between of those. click here and use a transform on this input, but we have two different. Also, things like a composite top, where you get this kind of input, we can just drag in several ones and they're going to be composited together. So I can
a composite.
sort of like, I don't know, subtract. I mean,
oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
So we're gonna get to that as well. I just wanted to show you can input as many like background image, one says noise coordinate map, and so you have the same with output sometimes. And here you can see you have two different inputs, and one says like background image, one says noise coordinate map, and so you always kind of see what kind of input you need to.
Oh, that's amazing. That works so well.
Right, so now to the bypass flag here. They're all called flags, I think. As you can see, I'm a total pro. If I wanted to see how this looks without, well, actually, let's delete this and make this again. You can do the same if I just, it's more or less the same image at the end. And now if I unbypass, I can now also bypass this and it bypasses both of them. And then we can just see in this case.
Oh, it's bypassing. That's the error. This, okay, makes sense.
Or if I unbypass this as well, then
okay.
then see it's taking into account all of the operators in the line. So how do we disconnect? We can just drag this away. Yeah, so we can do that, or we can just right click on here, say disconnect. Whoops. Back to Beam 15. So yeah, so you can just drag there to connect, drag this away to this pure active button down here. So this is not very important on here, so you can go around, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. So if you just went there, you can press.
Okay, that's the viewer. I mean, I understand.
You can just turn on the points there, but you can look at the that's in there.
Oh, interesting.
So something like that. Something like that. Sorry. So we can also go to the edit up here. So in any that you can type something in here, but you can also edit whatever is typed in there. So
okay.
Also we have things like buttons or sliders. Show for button. We can like if I can't press this.
Oh, button.
On it, actually, we're zooming in there. So it's a comp, but I can make this here active and I can use this button. So I can use whatever I kind of made in here. So you can see.
Oh, that's amazing.
Here, a couple of chops and that, and this comp. By you clicking on this, we can now use whatever we made available on there.
Okay, buttons, nice.
All right. So, but this is one of the most important pages when you, or like a very important page.
Parameters.
Part of an operator. They're changing corresponding to the different operators that we're on. So
yeah.
Parameters, you can really change this to anything else like minor. So there's a few other things here. So there's the type here, and then there's the name. So you can either name an operator here, so name here, or you can, like, as you can see, change there. So I can also change it if I just type it there.
Okay.
And then we have all of these things. These are not very important actually for now. What's important is this maybe, because if you click on that, you now see only the parameters that aren't at their default state.
That's useful.
So if I just right click on here, say reset all parameters, and click on this, now it's empty because we didn't change anything.
Yeah.
Like 800 by 600 for whatever reason. And
okay.
We have some other stuff that we're gonna get to later. Things like time slicing. I'm going to explain when we get to chops and all those things. And you can also select several operators and then change the resolution for all of them. Maybe not on here. It's probably best to just do this on here. So I get this is a Python expression often used. So I can just say apps time.seconds. It just gives me a time of the software that's constantly running in the background. So I can just say apps time.seconds. It just gives me a time of the software that's constantly running in the background. And uses that for this, like going through the noise space. You don't have to understand that. Just so you know, you can like write Python expressions in here.
I understand.
And you can see this is being animated all the way through there. You can look at that in the background. Amazing. All right, and we also have like an export. I'm going to get to that. I never really used that either. Basically, just use this. And we also have this last one called binding.
Saving of folders.
To save files, how to create project folders, and how to structure them. So to save a file, you either go to the and you can also open importing and exporting called my folder. So the right thing about TouchDesigner is that it creates versions. It might be a bit confusing in the beginning or weird, but it's actually really great because I can now save this, change something here. I don't know, rotating this cube, and save this using it here. If I go to my and also the current number, and if you go to the backup, you see the previous versions. So now if I go back to touch and in the backup, there's all the other versions. So now if I did something currently here and saved it, then I want to go back to an older version because I don't know, I messed up, for example. I can just go to your backup.
Okay, that's just different versions.
So now to the create project folder option here. So if you click in my new project, my folder, so my project folder, or the direction that I specified, folders that you automatically created. So generally, what I recommend is not just using these. So I also don't usually call this image, but I do usually make a media folder, so where I put all kinds of images inside, or like video files that I need for the project. And usually I also have this audio folder where my audio files are in.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Next up is 7. Is it 7? Getting help TouchDesigner beginner course. Okay.
Yeah. So we have like this help menu up here.
Links.
I'll get back to that in a second. And we have these free links here. And if you click on the wiki,
latest snippets, errors, other help. Okay. What is TOP?
The movie file in. So oops. All right. So with movie file in, it might be confusing. Movie file in isn't just for movies, so it's also for images or any kind of texture file. You can also just
there's a banana.
Yeah, so now we've there's the sample file here is this banana. So when you drop in a movie file, you always see this banana first. You can change that by clicking on this plus here, or by typing a name. If you go in here, you can type or pass the file. Click on the plus. This one because it looks cool. You have operations movie file or video file, so you can instantly see high resolution here. About later. You can go in again and just add another movie shape since you opted before. If any like a minimum height there. But yeah, see there's this black border around it, and
Ah.
if you click on the outer edge anywhere, then you can resize the operator automatically.
Okay.
Because we're already added, you can also move it there. Size, I can use it clicking with your left mouse, or you can go as well using that.
Okay.
And or you can go very high now. We can just type a higher number in here and the offset of that. All right. Now you can see, yeah, you only get a fraction of the circle there. It can actually also be done with the alpha in there, with the fill color in there. So you can 80 by 720 and all good.
They made
it
it Pac-Man.
if I now want to change the resolution here to, let's say, Full HD, then this isn't changed. So what I can do is just right-click on this resolution here, say copy parameter, and just copies both of them. You can also just click on one and copy them.
And then
I can go
paste
here on the
its
context of the
attributes.
rectangle, and again, right-click there and say past reference.
Oh,
And
past
now,
reference.
we
Okay.
have this Python expression here. We don't need to understand that, like radians here. We're going to get to that later. Whatever's being shown here is going to be in your before mode at the end. Right now there's nothing. It's okay. So that means back, not nothing. And like working with HSV, which I'm coming from. So we have like two
Ramp
sliders,
shows
when we can change like
a gradient
color
of
here, and then change the
colors?
saturation and value. And as you can see, this is changing with it. If you change this, for example, this could
Oh,
be,
wow.
you could use a channel of a beat, and then, but I would generally recommend audio file. Just so we're gonna look at a beat and then map that on here on this parameter. So now you can, like, this parameter, for example, could be reacting to an audio file.
Okay.
So we're gonna look at that later. But it's,
That's
yeah,
cool.
just so you know. All right. Let's now look at transforming. So in the circle and rectangle, you have like a bit of transforming here already, but I would generally, like, transforming just means, you know, you can scale the graphic, or you can position it, rotate it. So you have that here, so you can change the center here. But I would generally recommend.
Wait, I want to go back a bit. How did you make it so it's
but
connected?
if I now want to change the resolution here to, let's say, Full HD, one, copy them here. We don't need to on the comment page of the rectangle, and again, right click there and say past reference. And now we have this Python expression here. We don't need to understand that now. The rectangle, and again, right click there and say always, like, if I change this again back to we have this Python, and now I can go here on the comment page of the rectangle, and again, right click there and say past reference. And now we have this Python expression here. We don't need to understand that now, but now we just always, like, if I change
Past reference. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Okay. So if we do here, copy, base reference. Copy parameter. No, I don't understand quite
again,
well.
1280 by 720. This is the same size, so that's very useful for colors. So that's two basic and I'm gonna drop the ramp in here, and because I still have that in my memory, I can just right click here and say pass reference again, and that's gonna use.
So
again, and because I still have that in my memory, I can just right click here and say pass reference again.
okay, pass the resolution. But if I don't have the resolution, what then? Copy parameter. Paste reference. Okay. I don't think that this. Oh, okay. Paste reference. No, that doesn't work. Paste values. No. Oh, I'm getting somewhere. Paste expression. No. Huh? Okay. Crazy. Okay. Oh, didn't want to delete that. What I want to do is I want the audio waves to interact with the wave here. Maybe it will explain it later.
With an height. If you go on the look page of this RMB, it's a little name or now we have, like, I can change, translate it a bit over there. Now we have
Transform.
And, yeah, it's just a bit cleaner, let's say. So now I can, like, rotate that here. I can translate it a bit over there. I can scale it. So if I want to change thing down a bit, okay. Yeah. So I think you can just set this to 1 over there. All right. So let's now look. For example, if I just want to add these together, I could just, so every pixel of every of both of the images and video files are just going to be added together. So if this,
okay, so it's merging it together.
So in range between 0 and 1, and let's say a pixel in this operator is 0.3, so like a dark gray, and this is like a 0.6. Then together they're going to be 0.9. So if you add them together, they're going to be almost white. Yeah, it's kind of like manually.
Okay.
So that makes it, again, like as you can see here, it's really like this one slot there, and here it's like this area or field where you can just input as many operators as you want. So I have now set this to multiply. as well, just as before. And if I drop that in there, you can see it's the same thing. But the great thing about that as well now here is that I can change this to like difference or something. And these are just different sort of algorithms, you could say, or formulas to change or like to mix image files together. So you can also change this to all the others here. Just play around with these. Difference is one of my favorites, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Really cool.
So let's say I just want to put these over there, not mix them, but just lay this on top of that.
Yes.
And now I can just use an over top. And,
over top.
Now something comes into play.
Okay, over top. Over. Is it got over? Yeah, it's got over. Okay.
Like if I just drop this down here, you can see seemingly nothing happens. The thing is that this image is just being put on top of this image, so we can't see this image.
So how do you change
so
that?
Here, the input order is very important. So
okay, the input order is important. I see. So now we have to put this over here, and okay.
If you hover over it, you can see it says source 1 and source 2. Now what you can do is just long click on this and drag it to the other one, and then they're just going to be switched. So now.
Okay, and I want to get
input 1, or yeah, input 0 and input 1. This is input 1. So you can also says rectangle 1.
It's got circle. Okay. Oh, keep forgetting. I want to just disconnect this. What is it saying here? What error? Not enough sources specified. Not enough sources specified. Okay. Out. I don't know why this is a thing. Oh, not this one. Oh, can I, oh, this is, okay, this is just the text, the comments. Add operator, text. Okay, so I can do it. Text is Thijs song made by Thijs. Okay, and if I put this over here, this over there. Oh gosh, this is funny. Font file, bold. Output common. Ah, 1287.20. 1287.20. Okay. Song made by K. See. Oh. Oh. Can I enter? No. Haha. Okay. Word wrapping, smart punctuation, chop. Ah, here we go. Value. What does value do? Okay. Zeros. Append value. Font. Okay. Font shift. And then font size. Oh, here you can change font size. Song made by. Oh gosh. Nice. Woo. Okay. Okay, so that is going over it. Okay, but we can remove this. This is not... Can we change the out? Oh, we can change the position. Okay. What if we do 500 here? Oh, that's too much. 50? 100? Okay. Minus 300. Yes. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. Now we want to make a, what is it called? A circle or a rectangle or a, what was it? A ramp. A ramp. Ramp. Okay, this is a ramp. Can we put this in the ramp? Yes, we can. Okay. Can we put the ramp in the... Oh, we can put it in the distortion. Can we put the distortion inside this? Okay, we can, but that doesn't do anything for us. Can we put this in there? No. Can we... Huh. How do we... Okay. Interesting. Okay. Cube. This is my first project. Okay. Audio. Display over. This is the output. I want the noise to be moving. How did we do that? How did we do that again?
So now I can put this one layer up and this also one layer up. And maybe I want to have the top, so click on it again. And now this is on top of this and on top of this. And you can see that here as well. Here you can't drag them around. That's what you have this for. All right, so now we have this amazing composition, and I can just add in
composition. Let's add a composition. Composition. Maybe comp. Comp. Yes. Okay. Okay, this is text. Maybe this should be in here and this should be going in there, and then this should go in there. Uh oh, this is an issue. What's the issue? Uh-oh. Oh, what's the error? Oh, it wants an out, apparently. Okay, that works. Disconnect. Oh. Okay, this should go in there. This. No, it's not. Why is it the problem that... What if I disconnect this? Why is it making an issue? What does it say? Not enough sources specified. Not enough sources specified. Sources. Because it wants 2. And over needs 2. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Okay. And what's the issue here? Oh, there needs to be more sources as well. Okay. Well, it seems like it's working fine. Okay. That's text. This is noise. Can we add noise to here? Yes, we can. Holy moly. Haha. Okay. So
now here I have a whole video on. You can now go to font and if I can now align it to the left, or all these things. I guess you know them. You can change the color.
Oh, that's really
so
cool.
To the circle. So now I can add a transform.
Okay, I want more audio.
If we had X, Y, and Z, different changes. So it's kind of I can make it, and now this.
Okay.
The program, like since the program started. Now.
Teach me. Chat was cleared by a moderator, prevented by better TTV. Oh. Hello, Nathan C. What happened? Oh. Huh. Everything okay? Everything alright? Is this some Autobot? Was a pop-up? Oh gosh. Oh, thank you. Thank you for saving the stream. How are you? I hope you're doing all right. Fun that you're here. Oh, that's been a while. How are you? Hello back to you. Great. Awesome that you're doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. We are working on learning how to do Touch Designer. And it's going pretty all right. Learning a bit. So I can show you. I have this song that was made by a friend of mine. And I'm playing around. So Touch Designer is like a program where you can visualize certain effects by using noise or sound or algorithms, parameters. Really cool. So I've been just working things out and stuff. Let's pause this and I can show you. So if we go back, so this is the song. And the song has like all kind of waves. I have to normalize it because it's going all over the place, right? But then I place it, I combine it with this image of polar bears that was made by Nadine. And I put it into a gradient and a noise and stuff. And if I, for example, get to this noise and I am going to, what was it? Translate, I think. Translate, yeah, translate. And I'm gonna do apps time. Let's see. Apps time. Oh, apps time. Okay. But it needs a little bit more. Dot seconds. Oh, yeah. Dot seconds. All right. Woo! That's awesome. That's awesome. Look at that. Look at that. All right, let's get some epic music in here. Oh yeah. Ba 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 da ba da ba ba. All right. So, hell yeah, indeed. Hell yeah. Woo. So yeah, learning Touch Designer. First time I'm using it. A friend of mine has been using it, and yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty epic. What have you been doing up? What are you up to recently? I've been playing a lot of Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I've been streaming as well this whole week. Like, been streaming 5 days in this week, so it's going pretty good. Getting back to the streaming this summer, so that's awesome. That's great. Yeah, doing lots of board games as well, like in the evenings here in Rotterdam. Working mostly. Nice. Playing World of Warcraft. Great. Doing raids and stuff, and awesome stuff. Yeah, board games. Oh yeah, lots of board games. Lots of board games. I cleaned all my board games, but there was a whole stack of board games over here, and I had to put them in like a cabinet and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, I've been collecting quite a lot of board games. I have one actually here now. I forgot one. All right, this is called Mind Management. Have you heard of this game? It's really cool. It's like a psychic espionage game. Really cool. So what are you working on? Don't know that? No, it's okay. It's not very known, and it's and you have to like it and stuff, because it's not that difficult, but it's just the artwork might confuse people and scare people off, but it looks really cool. Really cool. It's a game where it's like 1 versus 4 maximum. It can also be a 1 versus 1, but it's like a one-to-many game. And one person is trying to... Let's see, what kind of music can we have? Oh, we can have Rosalind Story. So... Oh, this is a bit too loud, I think. Okay, I think this is fine. Good. Working on the stream. All right. So it's a game, one-to-many. One person is trying to hide on this map. So there's this map, and they're trying to hide on it. And the other people have to find them before it is too late. The recruiter is trying to recruit as many features as possible, and then get away. But the oh, it doesn't say the name. The agents. The agents. What kind of agents are they called? It doesn't say. Oh yeah, the rogue agents are trying to catch him in time. So yeah, you have to ask like, oh, have you been on a spot with a palm tree? Or have you been on a spot with a book? And if they have, then they have to show one of the books that he has been to. And if you go to that spot, you can also ask, oh, but what time were you here and stuff. It's a pretty interesting game, pretty cool. A little bit of a brain breaker, like you have to think a bit, but it's really cool. Yeah, it's like hidden in plain sight, right? Like those games where you have to act like an NPC in a way and then like run around. In this case, there are no NPCs, but you just have to hide, kind of. It's really cool, really cool. So yeah, nice. You got a job at my internship alongside the rest of the studies. Great, that's good. I finished my studies last month-ish. Yeah, finished it, got my diploma, ready to work soon. That's cool. Actually, I want to learn more. I want to learn more. I want to study forever. So yeah, let's get some random music in here now. I could work at the work that I did my internship at. But for now, I want to relax a bit this month, and I'm gonna look around as well. I wish to look for like a place where I can work on game development or game design. That would be really cool if that's possible. So I'm gonna look for that, and then we'll see. So yeah, that's that. That is that. What kind of work do you do? Like, same like me, like a bit of programming or designing, or something way different? I'm curious about that. And my next question is, yeah, have you also seen or played The Legend of Zelda Tears of Kingdom? Because that is like really cool game, and I've been streaming it last week. It's really cool. So yeah, a little bit of programming, but that's PowerShell. Work in cybersecurity at the moment. That's cool. That's really cool. Oh, so are you like cybersecurity for the good guys or the bad guys, the good company or the bad company? I know that there's like the whole white hat, black hat stuff, right? The good guys. Yeah. Whoa. That's great. Are you enjoying your work? Is it what you like? Oh gosh, deep questions already. I also have to go in a moment, by the way. I had only a short stream in mind because I have some plans, but actually I think in like an hour and a half or so, I think I'll come back and stream more because I'm really liking this Touch Designer. It's going pretty well. Let's check the thing out again. So go to start, turn on and play. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We do 24/7 surveillance. Ah yeah, it's ups and downs. Okay, but generally I do really enjoy it. Nice. Okay, that's good. I understand that. I also, at my internship, I also had ups and downs, and I don't know, it's like the whole work environment is very different from the study environment, and I have some issues. Hey, hello and welcome, Thijs. Welcome to the stream here. We are producing this amazing, cool Touch Designer visual effect made by Your Music. As you can see here, a song made by Kapusi. If I press this button, bam, QuincyBot, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's fair. I have to head off soon too. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for checking out, Nathan. Nathan C. And yeah, hope to see you maybe later or something. Would be good. Would be good if I could check it out. Check you out again. It's been nice talking to you. But yeah, I'm going to go as well. But let me show Thijs what I've made in Touch Designer. So to show off what I've done, Touch Designer is this program with like nodes and stuff. It's a program where you can do visual. We can show visuals by like algorithms and programming and noises and audio and like all kind of inputs and outputs. There are so many like components and parameters that you can choose from, and you can switch out stuff. And what I've done is I have added the melodic sound here. This is the output so that we can hear it, but it also goes into this let's see, what is it? Yeah, it goes into this chop to 2, and then that's going to make it like all this wavy and stuff. So it just copies the waves here. And I want to make it more normalized and stuff, but I haven't figured out that yet. And I added the polar bear image here as well. And it goes into this ramp that is like a gradient from black to transparent. Then there's this noise that I added the time seconds interval thing, so it moves slowly. Oh, I added the text on it as well. Combined it with the effects. I don't know exactly what this does, but if we zoom in, yeah, I don't know what it does. For now, it just does in and out, so it doesn't do much. And yeah, the final product is in this out, so it's really cool. It's really awesome. The 3D bean. Yeah. Let's see. Can we see how the bean looks? It's a donut, actually. Look at that. I want to like put the donut. I want to attach it to the donut, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that yet. Add operator. Maybe like a over? Could that be it? No, it doesn't allow me to. No, I don't know yet. The bagel. Yeah. But anyway, I'm really happy. So yeah, I just really want to make these cool visuals that respond to the music. And yeah, you can make like cool music clips of this and stuff. I just I only got the surface of this program, but there's so much more to learn about it. But yeah, it's really cool. Really awesome. Really awesome stuff. So I wish to continue later. Oh, I can change color as well here. Huh, cool. There's so much to learn here. But yeah, I'll be heading off. I have something planned right now for an hour. So after that, I hope to be back. And yeah. All right. See you all very soon, hopefully. And if not, then the next time. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much. Let's change it to this scene. Add some music from Sonic R. Oh, I added all these songs on the Stream Deck, so now I can just touch which one I want. That's really cool. I got songs. Yeah, cool. All right, see y'all. Have a good one. Bye. Bye. Thank you. See y'all. Had a lot of fun. Have a good one. Good night. Bye-bye.